Hey there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Anthony J, and I'm updating folks across the nation's heartland of this next severe weather sequence. We had it yesterday too, and now we're seeing more. Here's a look at the radar. Thanks for joining. And you can see across the country, this is the troublemaker here, storm system over that stretches really from Colorado down to Texas and then all the way up to the north. So this is a kind of a complex setup, but this is bringing lots of snow to the southern central Rockies, over a foot of snow south of Denver. And then this portion of this is a cold front and stationary front and a storm systems with low pressure stretching from Texas up to the Great Lakes. So we are seeing, starting to see some thunderstorms breaking out here up in Michigan. Why don't we look at that? There are some severe thunderstorm warnings. Muskegon, Michigan just got hit. Oh, actually, no, sorry, that's a special weather statement. Okay, not a severe thunderstorm warning yet, but these storms are starting to fire in Michigan, and we do have some severe weather watches that are about to go up or may have even gone up. So I'll show you that coming up next. But this is the area down here. We have flood watches in Oklahoma, Northwest Texas, and this region this weekend. Missouri, you're going to see a lot of rain. St. Louis, you have flood watches in effect. So this will be today, tomorrow, Sunday. So, and we had quite a bit of activity yesterday around the Omaha area. So I'll show you that in just a minute here. So this is going to be a potentially rather serious storm again for the middle of the country. This has been a very busy season, and that is not going to stop. So that's how we're looking here as we go through time. Now let me show, okay, the severe weather outlook. Now, as far as what we need to look forward to here and know about, here's a look at the latest satellite picture, and that is that the storm system on the satellite, so the radar, but you can see lots of moisture coming in from the Pacific up into the Midwest. So things are moving along too, and that's another reason why we're concerned for tornadoes, as that enhances the tornado risk. Now look at the Storm Prediction Center storm reports from yesterday. 17 at least possible tornadoes that touched down in Nebraska right near Omaha. So, and there was some great footage of that, and hail was especially bad too, up to about baseball near softball size. And it did damage to people's homes yesterday. And that was fairly localized, but very severe. And here we go again today. We're seeing storms firing south of Oklahoma City there. And let me show you what else we got here. This is the hail from yesterday, courtesy of Matthew Capucci, up to 3-inch hail. This was in Fort Calhoun, Nebraska. Look at this. That will do major damage. In fact, that kind of hail is among the worst hail you could possibly get, because sometimes even the largest hail is not the worst because it falls and kind of smushes on the ground, whereas that kind of hail that you saw comes down hard. So, and there you go. That's Reed Timmer there from Seward, Nebraska.
Balls over there.
Listen to
Whoa,
them.
big baseballs. Oh, these are big.
What's happening, Reed?
We got baseball size hail coming down here.
That's
They're in the core. We got dust coming down. High base circulation. You can see them out falling all
Looks
the way
like
from
mammatus
those
clouds up in the
Look at those
background.
like that.
And that is, like he said, near baseball-sized hail falling to the ground. That will
Holy
ruin
cow!
your windshield if it hits just the wrong way. And there you see it coming down there. So we don't get this kind of stuff in other parts of the country, but this is, if you're driving to this, it is serious business. It's like you're being attacked from like meteors coming from the sky. So there was a prolific hail and tornado event yesterday. The same storm setup I mentioned in Colorado, they're getting snow. We had spring-like temps in Colorado. Now they're getting 6 inches or more snow. The ski areas might get over a foot of snow the rest of today into tomorrow. So this is a very widespread weather event, and this is the severe weather outlook for the rest of today into tonight. You saw on the radar where the front's draped, and some storms will start to fire. So anywhere west of Dallas up through St. Louis, Tulsa, OKC, Chicago, you're under the gun for possible severe storms. There could be a couple of tornadoes as well. And this is the current meso discussions from the Storm Prediction Center, where they might be issuing watches. Let's see if they actually did. As of this second, they had not. But anywhere in these areas, you could have a severe thunderstorm watch or maybe even a tornado watch. So again, that zone, you're in here, you're under the gun, coming up fairly soon now. Now, let me show you what the weather setup it is. This is the future tracker, I call it. or the American forecast model. And we're going to run this in motion here. There might even be a more updated run I could show you. Yes, so this is the 18Z GFS run. And let's see what it is showing here. This is the current setup. The storm, one center here, low pressure is down here, over here. And I'll advance this. This is about 7 o'clock Central. And you can see, well, I don't want to go too fast. But this is where we are now. And as I advance this, yeah, there we go. This is at about 10 o'clock Central Time. Storms, Midwest, Great Lakes, Indiana, you can get thunderstorms tonight. And it's going to be a stormy night down here. It looks like you notice the rain just kind of hangs around Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas. By midday tomorrow, we're still getting rain. It may not be very heavy, but it's going to be a nuisance rain with some embedded thunderstorms. And now look what happens down here in Texas Saturday evening, Saturday night. We get a low pressure that forms, and that could greatly enhance the hail and possible tornado risk in Texas, maybe Oklahoma, Saturday night. And then by Easter Sunday morning, that storm is going to lift up to the north, so areas north will have to deal with it during Easter Sunday. And there's the severe outlook on Saturday. Okay, I just talked about that. This is Saturday. This is the main area they're talking about. The tornado risk may not be too bad until maybe the nighttime, and a lot of this may occur, or probably will occur, in the nighttime hours. So that's something for Saturday night. Now we'll zoom in here, take a look at a future tracker. This is for Texas. Now for Texas, let me show you what you're looking at here. This is starting the wee hours of morning Saturday, and what happens is we get it and get it and get it. It just keeps going. Off and on showers, thunderstorms around Wichita Falls and Childress to Fort Worth and Dallas. But notice how it doesn't stop. More stuff. This is overnight now. Now we're getting very heavy rain. We're getting some hail. Can't rule out a few overnight tornadoes in this zone. And then it's going to all lift out. So Saturday evening, Saturday night, Texas, in addition to today, you want to look at what's going to go on Sunday, especially too. I'm sorry, Saturday night. Now let's take. I'm just going to show you some of these severe indices. This is on Saturday. We're looking at the Cape values, which are, once you get up really up into this color here, yellow especially, it's pretty high. So it's not especially high up in Texas during the day Saturday. So that will limit to some degree whether we see a lot of tornadoes or not. So that's good news. And then this is looking at the tornado parameters during Saturday. You can see they're not real high. I mean, this is only getting up to near 3. That's a little bit high. This is Fort Worth about here. So watch out near Fort Worth and to the west, especially for tornadoes, possibly during Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. But notice how it actually goes up. This is 7 o'clock local time. So it's getting a little bit high for you around Dallas in the evening, and it stays elevated into the nighttime. So that's why we have to be very careful of that. So Dallas, can't rule out there might be a small tornado threat there, in addition to the hail, in addition to the wind threat and potential for heavy rain. Now Sunday, this is Sunday. The storm lifts up into Kansas from Texas, and we've got enhanced risk in central Missouri. So St. Louis, you're close to that. Little Rock, you could get enhanced risk. I think this will be expanded slightly as the storm is going to come through Sunday, and we could see a few stronger tornadoes again, like we saw yesterday on Thursday. Now here's another future tracker, and I'm going to see if I can get you the 18Z run of this. Yes, so here, this is the 18Z. I want to show you starting Sunday morning. This is Sunday about 7 o'clock, and by 1 o'clock Central Time, there's the low in Kansas, like I mentioned. Ahead of it, you're going to have warm, moist, fairly unstable air. So that is the time we could see tornadoes from some of this as it moves towards the east during Sunday, and this is Sunday night. St. Louis, you're under the gun. So northeast Missouri, southern Iowa, and western Illinois, and down to Arkansas. That's where you really need to watch on Sunday itself. The tornado parameters on Sunday, we have to look at those. And I'm going to pause this right here. This is Sunday morning. And you can see this tornado parameters come up, but they're not super high. they only max out about 2 to 3 in it across central Missouri. It's a lot of uncertainty, and the Storm Prediction Center mentions whether we get a lot of severe weather, tornadic storms in this area on Sunday or not. But I've been watching it. I keep a close eye on it because I think there's a higher chance maybe than what some of the models are showing. But for your weekend forecast, if you're in Dallas, Fort Worth area, or St. Louis, here's the forecast for, let me show you St. Louis here. St. Louis, okay, Saturday, you've got a flood watch in effect. And then you've also got thunderstorms. So flood watches go through Sunday, numerous thunderstorm showers Saturday. Not a huge chance of severe, but a better chance maybe later Sunday. Now you have a break on Sunday. So that means that you're going to have some sun maybe part of the day. Much of the day will be dry in St. Louis Easter Sunday. And the threat of thunderstorms really comes in during the late afternoon and evening. And let me show you here. Let's see. I wanted to bring up Dallas's forecast. Don't mind me here. I'm just going to bring up this graphic here. So yeah, St. Louis, Saturday you've got the rain to deal with, which is going to be bad enough. And Sunday, if you get flooding, it's going to be from thunderstorms. But the severe threat there is mainly on Sunday. But it's not going to be the greatest weekend, we know, down in this area. So everybody's going to be abreast to what is going on across much of that area. And now next thing I'm going to bring up is the forecast for Dallas. And there you'll see it here. So Dallas, here we go. Saturday, you're going to have to deal with thunderstorms scattered about throughout the day. They'll be, off and on. May not be much happening for a good part of the day, but they could happen anytime. And then another round of storms Saturday night could get nasty. Can't rule out a tornado, but you'll definitely have some hail and severe wind gusts possible and flooding. The good news is in Dallas is that it's all going to end during the morning. And I think by lunchtime, you're going to be okay over there in Dallas. The sun will be coming out and you'll be sitting pretty. But be careful out there because it is going to be nasty, potentially deadly weather conditions across the middle of the nation through Sunday. So check out, this is Weather Valet. I want you to check out that, www.weathervalet.com, part of America's streaming channel. We're a new weather streaming channel and new weather